Hi, this is Faith Howard Mooney of TMC, and this is Inside the TMC Family. Really happy today. I have with me Craig Sacia, who is now the SVP of Lending at Ultra Federal Credit Union. Thanks for doing this with me, Craig.
Well, thanks for having me.
Share with us what your first job ever was.
I was born and raised on a dairy farm. So I had jobs from the time I was old enough to get up next to a cow and throw hay bales and very much enjoyed that. A lot of work, but it was a great thing. As I got older, I'd actually, help dad farm, but then also I would do some construction work during the day or concrete. And so learned some really good skills and very thankful for that, but plenty of opportunity for jobs.
Yeah, and when you grow up on a farm, you learn how to work hard from very early ages a lot of the time, I think.
You work hard, you play hard, and sometimes you make your own fun too that people who don't live on a farm can't appreciate, but there's lots of fun things to do and outdoors. And so we had a great time.
Well, that is fantastic. So, share with us then your story of how you got into the mortgage lending business and how long you've been in.
So I have been in our mortgage area here for probably, I guess, going on 4 years now. It's been quite a journey. From college, my plan was I wanted to be a financial advisor, so I went and got my Series 6 and 63 and life accident and health licenses and sold some products, but quickly decided that was not what I wanted to do. That was not what I envisioned. And so literally packed up, moved to Madison and found a job, fell into collections, collecting for past due cellular phone accounts. And from there, was recruited to one of our collection agencies, managed a collection agency for a few years in Milwaukee and in Chicago, moved back to the area. Ultra was looking for a collection manager, and that's where I started here. And I've been here almost 20 years now and went from collections to VP of consumer lending and then moved over to real estate lending. So I've kind of made the full gamut from start at the back of the pack and work up to the front of the pack. So it's
Awesome.
a good range of experience.
I was going to say that very well-rounded experience that you have to help with your job that you have currently, for sure. What was way back when you kind of started in this business? Is there one thing that you just wish somebody would have told you that you would have known that now seems like it's something that you should have known right away?
I don't know if I can put my finger on something on the mortgage side. I'm a very much into the process. I'm not a big fan of the nuts and bolts and the minutia. I like stepping back and looking at the process, and I think I've been well served to not necessarily get into the minutia a lot, but be able to step back. And I always tell people I'm really good at asking dumb questions, and I'm not going to apologize for asking those questions. And you can tell me if I'm off, but a lot of times it just takes people to ask a question. So why is it that we're doing this? And just because it's true doesn't mean it matters. That's kind of one thing I like to kind of remind people is, yeah, it's true, but it doesn't matter. I've enjoyed that. I've had some success doing that, but there's so much to learn. I mean, you could be in the mortgage business for 100 years and you wouldn't have it all figured out. So it's moving very quickly. The world's moving quickly. So it's a lot to keep up on.
Yeah, ever changing is one of the things that I think keeps all of us in this space for a long period of time, is that no day is the same as the one before it. If you weren't in mortgage, what would we find you doing?
You know, if I to go back 30 years, I might find myself in a work van with a bunch of tools. I don't know. You head down a path, and you went to college, and then I got my master's degree, and you get down a path, and not that I don't enjoy what I'm doing, but I sure like tinkering and playing in the garage too. And I don't know. It could have been a very different thing, but I've enjoyed doing this. I can tell you it's on days like today where it's 91 and humid. It's more fun to do what I'm doing now than to be chasing cows around or pouring concrete. I have a lot of respect for those folks that can do that and put on a roof in this kind of weather. But so I don't know. I like I like leading. I don't necessarily. I'm not in this necessarily because of mortgage lending. I like leading people. And from the time I was little, even working with my dad, there'd be times where he'd ask me, what are we doing today? Because I was always had a plan. I always wanted to be efficient. Always kind of wanted to improve on something. So I just like leading people and working with people. And whether that's mortgage lending or whatever else it is, that's what I really get a charge out of.
Fantastic skill set to have because that's transferable to literally everywhere for sure. When you're in a great spot in the United States for summer, although we've had really, really warm weather in the Midwest this summer for some reason. Tell me what your favorite summer pastime is.
Favorite summer pastime. You know, we have a cabin up in northern Wisconsin, just east of Hayward, which is the muskie capital of the world. And we enjoy going up there. And we don't get up there a lot in the summer, but uh, got a boy who plays golf. My daughter had played competitive softball for years, and she's in college now. But that traveling softball, going all over the Midwest with a whole bunch of parents, and you'd get home on a Sunday, and it could be a Wednesday to Sunday tournament. So you take 2 days off and rest up and do your laundry and go to work for a couple of days and then take off again. Those were times that I would not trade for anything. And I worked very hard for all my staff we can't miss that kind of stuff. You can't, work is important, but work will be there. You have to make sure that you are taking care of yourself and your family and because this is, you're not going to sit back 20 years from now and say, boy, I'm sure glad I was able to get those extra 15 days of work in, but I missed the softball game. So that's very much was a big part of our life. And I'm very grateful to be able to do that and follow the kids around the ball field. And it was a lot of fun.
Thank you for doing this with me. I really appreciate it. And we hope to see you in person soon.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Appreciate the opportunity.